At Dress for Success Austin, the front desk volunteer is critical to keeping the office running smoothly and serves as the face and voice of our organization. Most clients and guests will start and end their experience with Dress for Success by engaging with you at the front desk. This training video serves as an overview of what to expect as a client services administrator. There is a lot to learn, but don't worry, you will be able to train in person with an experienced volunteer or staff member. In this video, I will introduce the small but mighty team at Dress for Success Austin. Then we will talk about the different kinds of technology and tools you will use during your shifts. We will learn how to check in and out of your volunteer shift, the front desk responsibilities, the different kinds of phone calls, emails, and visitors we receive, receiving clothing donations, and finally, how to check clients in and out of their appointments. The most important things you will want to know is who does what. We receive lots of calls, emails, and visitors, so it is a good idea to know who to direct questions to. First, meet our Executive Director, Mia Johns. She's been with Dress for Success since 2010 and knows everything there is to know. Our program manager is Lindy Warner. She runs all things client related. She is in charge of all of our workforce development programs and is your go-to for all questions about clients and how we serve them. Then there's me. I'm the Director of Volunteer Engagement. I recruit, train, and support the volunteers. I am also in charge of all the clothing donations, so if you get a question about volunteering or clothing donations, let me know. Lori Anir is our Director of Development. She is in charge of anything related to money and fundraising. If someone comes to the front desk with a check for us, you will want to let her know. Hiba Siddiqui is our Manager of Community Engagement. She is in charge of recruiting clients and attending community events or arranging for volunteers to attend events on our behalf. Sydney Pawanka supports Lori and I. She knows a lot about a lot. If you have a question about the volunteer program, clothing donations, or fundraising, she is the best place to start. Last but not least is Alexia Lopez. She's our communications manager. She manages social media, press releases, and any kind of internal or external communications. She is also our photographer, so if a client needs a professional headshot, let her know. When working at the front desk, you will use a few kinds of technology. You will mainly use two tools, G Suite and Acuity. G Suite includes the front desk Gmail, Google Drive, GChat, our shared calendars, and online document editing and storage. You will use the Gmail to search for client forms, listen to voicemails, and respond to emails. The Google Drive has files you will use during your shift, including the volunteer projects folder and volunteer name tags. You can use GChat to quickly message a staff member if you have a question or need help with something. This is often the fastest way to talk to one of us. Acuity is our client and volunteer scheduling platform. You will use it to check clients in and check volunteers in, and schedule, reschedule, and cancel any client appointments. Now let's talk about how to check in and out of your volunteer shift. When you arrive, please find the volunteer coordinator or director to let her know so that we know that the front desk is covered. Then put on your name tag. Use the iPad at the front desk to check in for your volunteer shift and record your hours. Then review the client schedule for the day so you know what to expect, when to expect them, and then you can start checking emails and answering the phone. Now that you have finished your shift empowering women, it's time to check out for the day. How you end your shift depends on if you are volunteering for the first shift in the morning, the shift in the middle, or the last shift of the day. If you volunteered for the 10 to 12 or 12 to 2 shift, make sure the afternoon front desk volunteer has arrived before you leave. If they haven't arrived, please let us know so we can cover the phones and client check-ins until the next volunteer arrives. For the last shift of the day, which is from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays and 2 to 4 on Thursdays, turn the phones to Do Not Disturb. Then log out of the front desk computers, close all the computer programs, and power them down for the night. Then please let the volunteer coordinator know that you are leaving for the day. Front desk volunteers are multitaskers, and at Dress for Success Austin, we juggle requests from volunteers, guests, donors, and clients via phone, email, and in person. Handling all the inbound and outbound phone calls may seem like a lot of work, but don't worry. There is a phone manual and a phone script at the front desk. Plus, you can always ask for help if you have questions. At the start of the 10 a.m. shift, switch the phone from Do Not Disturb. If you are volunteering for the morning shift, please call all the clients that are scheduled for the day to make sure they are able to attend their appointments. If they aren't able to attend, ask if they would like to reschedule over the phone with you. Most calls, emails, and visitors fall under the following topics: clients requesting to make, reschedule, or cancel appointments, or callers seeking help with housing, financial assistance, or other social services; clothing donations, which are questions about when and where we take donations and what kind of donations we take; volunteers calling with questions about how to become a volunteer, or calling to let us know that they are running late, need to reschedule or to cancel a volunteer shift; and callers requesting to speak with staff members. Please ask for the caller's name and what the call is regarding. If the staff member is not available, you can transfer the call to their voicemail. Or if they are available and want to accept the call, you can transfer the call to their desk. Now let's talk about walk-ins. Visits generally fall into these areas: clients checking in for an appointment. A special note, we see clients by appointment only. If a client walks in, please help her book an appointment for a future time. Clothing donations, we'll talk about what to do with them on the next slide. And then volunteers checking in for a shift, or people checking in for a meeting with one of the Dress for Success staff members. We accept clothing donations during our regular business hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 4 p.m. The items should be new or like new, clean, and on hangers, even though that's not always what we receive. When someone comes in to drop off donations, thank them for making the donation, and then the donations can be taken to the sorting room. Please ask the donor if they would like a receipt. If they do, they can scan the QR code on the wall to receive a receipt via email. If you have downtime, there are always projects that could use your help. Go to the Volunteer Projects Google Drive folder to find a list of projects. You can call clients who have appointments the next day to remind them of their appointment and to confirm their attendance. You can respond to emails and make sure that any sales or promotional emails have been deleted and organize the inbox. You can send thank you notes for our Amazon donations, and of course you can ask staff or other volunteers if they have any projects that they could use your help with while you are at the front desk. One of your most important tasks will be helping clients check in and out of their appointments. For checking in clients, first of all, welcome them. Then, find their appointment on the calendar. Go to the label marked completed in green that shows they have arrived for their appointment. For professional styling appointments, you find the client's clothing request form in the Gmail and print it. If they did not fill out the clothing request form before they arrived, ask them to fill it out on the iPad, and once they submit it, you can print the form. For professional styling appointments, give the stylist volunteer the printed copy of their clothing form. Then she will greet her client and take her to the boutique. For career coaching appointments, after you alert the volunteer that the client has arrived, the career coach will come to the front desk, greet her client, and take her to the career center. For clients that have finished their appointment, the volunteer will bring the client to the front desk to check out. Request that the client complete the client follow-up survey on the iPad. Then ask her if you can schedule any follow-up appointments for her in the Career Center, and you can mention additional programs or events that we have coming up. Then warmly thank her for visiting Dress for Success Austin. That is the end of our training. Remember, you will be able to train in person during your first shift. Thank you so much for volunteering with us. We can't wait to meet you.